Good morning, grandkids. Today is going to be another chapter of my story, uh, A Kingdom Far, Far Away, with the young wizard, Dorkly. This is chapter 14. Let me have my light fixed. When Dorkly wakes up the next morning, he starts thinking about the guards on top of the city walls at the main gate and their prank with how slowly they open the gates for him, and they think it's funny. Well, he said, today is the day I take care of that. He fussed as he descended to his workshop. I don't think it's funny. He went to the back of his closet, lifted the hatch in the floor, and descended the stairs to his below-ground secret workstation. Well, he grumped, used to be secret. The king had found out. He walked back to his work table in the corner, which was flanked on both walls with messy bookshelves, the floor having potions and papers that were always falling out of one cluttered shelf or another. He stooped down, picking up one paper, reading it. I don't remember this recipe for this weird-sounding potion. I wonder if this was something I was dabbling with as a kid. He promptly dropped it into an overflowing basket of trash and started looking along the shelves for some scrolls that might work for what he wanted to make, to take care of those laughing and teasing gate guards. He found what he wanted and went on to his work table, smiling with glee and mischief. Dermis and Mandy were in the back spire, gazing out the windows, looking down the slope at the sea. The day wasn't too cold, and the sky was blue, and sunshine was sparkling on the wavelets landing on the beach. Dermis said, "It looks like a lovely day to stroll down there and check out the beach. Let's throw on a warm robe, carry some good munchables, and go down there." Mandy thought that sounded like fun, and fetched their robes, grabbed some food, and said, "Sounds like fun to me. I want to see if I can find the perfect, most beautiful seashell to keep to commemorate this wonderful day, the beginning of the rest of our lives." Dermis said it will also get us out of the way of the workers who will be in here today. He took her hand as they left and was wandering down the sloping hill. Father seemed pretty happy about everything, didn't he? I was afraid for so long that he was going to be angry. "Oh, I was too," Mandy replied, "but he was so nice and made me feel so welcome. He sounded like he was really excited about being a grandfather. Maybe it really will give him new life after being so lonely after your mother's passing." They walked on, hand in hand, enjoying the lovely day. When King Conley awoke, he decided he should go to his court and permit some of the citizens to be brought in and see to their needs. After some breakfast, he donned his gold-trimmed kingly robe and settled his golden crown on his head and made his way to his court. Climbing the 2 stairs up to his throne, he signaled to the guards to open the outer doors as he sat down. 2 or 3 people were led in at a time and waited in a line before the king to be ushered forward by a guard, one at a time. The first citizen was a frazzle-haired woman who appeared before the king often. Conley sighed, wondered what she wanted to complain about now. He saw past her was a man from one of the pubs outside the gates. He knew this man would be complaining about part of his shipment of mead being missing. This elicited another sigh from Connolly. His morning continued on this way until he'd had enough. The king motioned for the guards to usher the ones who were left out the doors and close them. He stepped down from the throne, snatching the crown from his head as he hurried over to his sitting room. He was in a glum mood. His citizens aggravated him today with their petty requests. He was anxious to see about Dermis and Mandy. He also wanted to see his daughter Othello. Oh, Othello, not Othello. He motioned for a guard as he entered his room and motioned to the servant there to bring him something to drink. The guard approached, saying, "What do you wish, sire?" "I wish," Connolly was saying, "for you to go outside the gates and find me a construction worker, one who has worked in the palace before and is familiar with the resident spires. Take him to the spire in the back, the one on the northeast wall, which has windows looking out over the hill, down to the sea. Make sure he gets with Dermis and Mandy about what they would like done. Make sure he understands that I'm okaying whatever they say." "Yes, my king, I will see to all of that, and will keep on top of everything for you," the guard said as he turned and hurried away. The king had been wondering for some time where Wizard Gorman was this morning. He sat, drumming his fingers on the arm of his chair and sipping his mead. He finally summoned another guard and told him to go find out what was keeping Gorman and if anything was wrong. In the meantime, he motioned to a servant, told her to have a lunch for himself and Gorman prepared and brought to the table here, also a bottle of wine and 2 glasses. He then continued to sit there and drum his fingers on the chair arm. And I didn't realize that that was the last paper. Ah. So, I'm sorry. I didn't end that very well, did I? So he's still sitting there, waiting for food and drink to be brought and waiting to get some news from Gorman about where he's at, why he hadn't been there, and if anything's wrong. So we will see what happens with that next time, I guess. So I will see you all later, grandkids. Be good, have a nice day, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.